I'm Angela. I'm here at Choosing Hope Adoptions, and Cindy and I are excited today to talk about this year's recipient of the Spirit of Adoption Award. This is our second annual Spirit of Adoption Award, and what we are most excited about is sharing the story of someone who has poured into Choosing Hope Adoptions. While him and his wife have not adopted, we feel like the Spirit of Adoption encompasses so much more than just the adoptive parent community. And Choosing Hope has been in existence now for 6 years. We've had the honor of placing children into homes for 6 years, but really God planted the dream of Choosing Hope Adoptions long time before that. And this year's recipient was on the very front line of that, and actually came to us when Choosing Hope Adoptions was just an idea.
I think it was one Christmas, and I was sitting and wrapping Christmas gifts for our girls and getting ready for Christmas in a couple of days, and an ad on the TV came on for adoption, and I instantly went to my computer and just started going around looking at things and kind of checking things out and see what it's like to, adopt and what the process was. And then, I kind of shelved that for a while, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you called me and said, "Hey, I've got this idea, and I'd like to talk to you and maybe meet with you and Cindy." And so I remember going to that meeting and thinking, all right, this might be my way of kind of giving back instead of going the direct adoption route, but I think that there's a need for people behind the scenes.
What really impressed me about this member of our team was that he came to our house, never had met me. He came to my house, Angela came over, and we presented him with just binders full of rules and regulations of policy and procedures that we were going to have to write for Choosing Hope. And he's like, "Okay, tell me more." And he kind of poured out his story about he and his wife had always had this heart for adoption. They'd always had this passion for adoption, but never personally felt called to adopt. And that was so impressed on me, because it made me realize that you can be passionate about adoption and never really take a child into your home. That you can be a part of the adoption world, and we know that the heart of adoption is God's heart. And I was so impressed with what this gentleman had to say to us, that he wanted to come alongside of us. He wanted to be an integral part of the planning and the beginning of this agency. And he was so willing to offer, free of charge, his skill set, his knowledge, his incredible sense of humor, because we needed that in those early days, didn't we? His faithfulness, his prayer support. He was all in. He and his wife were all in without ever intending to adopt a child, and just reminded me how everyone can come alongside of adoption, using their skills, volunteering, whatever. And he and his wife were so willing to just jump in, not even knowing if we were going to ever really be licensed.
Right.
And
we really didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know. We were in the boots on the ground trying to figure out what to do.
Right. So. Will this work? Is this really God's heart? And so to honor Scott Campbell with the Spirit of Adoption Award, it brings us great joy. Scott has been a faithful board member. He's gifted his accounting skills, and just helped us direct Choosing Hope. We started with a shoestring budget, nothing. And I don't think when we sat at your home that day, and he kind of said, "Ladies, what are you doing here? Tell me about this idea." My wife and I have always considered adoption, but just never really felt released from the Lord to adopt. But this, I specifically remember him saying, "This feels like our yes to adoption."
What I've enjoyed the most about being part of this is really when we come together once a year, and we come together as a huge group, and I see all the babies and all the people in the audience that have been affected. And even last year. And somebody that wasn't directly affected, but Bill Allisberger last year was an incredible story to see. I didn't know all the story and all the background, and to be put into this same position as he was last year is amazing, because I don't see myself as that person that he is. I'm strictly behind the scenes, and that's it.
We are thrilled to share a little bit of his story with our followers and those who have also said yes to choosing Hope Adoptions. And we feel like he just encompasses that spirit of adoption that we're looking for.